Jenny is 9 months pregnant. Her baby's due in 11 days, and she's out prostituting herself.
I'm disgraced for what I do, but I have to do it because I don't have nobody.
You only have to see your ad on the internet, and there's a picture of you naked in a very sexual pose. I'm pregnant. You can see my baby protruding from my belly. Would you like to have sex with me? What line won't you cross?
I've got a beautiful 23-year-old daughter. She's a heroin addict. I was told it started with Oxycontin and then went to cocaine. Then she got to the point where she was disappearing. She's never been in trouble in her life. She's a captain of her cheerleading squad, but that was 4 years.
And your daughter, sounds like pretty much overnight, goes from the all-American girl to a drug addict.
I've had to support myself and more than anything, my habit. I sell my body because of it. I've been raped so many times, I'm immune to it.
I'm scared as hell right now because you could be my daughter. And I can see you got track marks all over yourself.
It's practically killed me. I don't know that I'll ever be that person again, but I know I don't want to be this person.
Welcome to the show. My first guest is Jenny. And Jenny is 9 months pregnant. Her baby's due in 11 days. And she's out prostituting herself. Now, I normally, somebody that wouldn't protect their child, that would abuse their unborn baby, I would make them stand their ass up and not be comfortable. But because your baby hasn't done anything wrong and you're not looking out for it, I'm going to allow you to sit on my stage. How can you prostitute while you have a baby growing inside you?
Well, I didn't have no way to support myself.
So you have no other way to feed yourself, take care of your baby, selling your body.
Yes, I do.
There's no other way?
No, there's not. I've been taking care of myself since I was 14 years old. My mom I got taken away from her when I was only 12 years old, and I got put in the system.
Why'd you get taken away from your mom when you were 12?
Because my mom was on drugs, and she was prostituting too. I'm disgraced for what I do, but I have to do it because I don't have nobody that helps me in my life. You know, I'm out there by myself. I don't talk to people. I don't have no friends. I just stay to myself, and I don't trust nobody.
So you have a child from a previous relationship?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, and what do you have, a boy or a girl?
I have a boy, a
How
son.
old is he?
He's about to be 2 years old.
2 years old? You're having what, a boy or a girl?
I'm having a girl.
When you're out there and you're sleeping with these men, do you think about your daughter?
Yeah, I do, but I don't want to be like a homeless person, so I got to do what I got to do to pay my bills, my rent. You know, ain't nobody going to do it for me.
How long you been a prostitute?
I started doing it when I was about 17.
And how old do you know?
I'm 20 now.
I hear this and I get mad. I see a young woman who's not caring for her unborn child, and then I see you crying and I'm thinking, okay, you know, maybe this really does bother her. And I have this flash of sympathy for you. But then I only have to see your ad on the internet, and it's too vulgar to show the audience. But the first line is, "Baby, do you like pregnant women?" And then I can't even repeat the second line. I can't say it on TV. And there's a picture of you naked in a very sexual pose, and your baby pronounced, your stomach out. So you're using your pregnancy as a way to attract men. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that you would say, "Baby, do you like pregnant women?" That kind of takes away any sympathy I have for you. You know who I feel sorry for? That child.
At first, I was not. I just put that up because my rent was due on the 1st.
Who gives a damn?
And I didn't have nowhere
Rent
to
is
go.
due. You're exploiting your unborn child. That's your sales gimmick. Hey, look, I'm pregnant. You can see my baby protruding from my belly. Would you like to have sex with me? You have no shame about that?
I do, but I lack in a lot of stuff. I don't know how to read or write, so.
Honestly, you don't know how to read or write?
No, I don't. And that's why I never finished school, because I never had the help I had. Nobody ever offered me to help me read.
I see a woman who's endangering baby, and I want to help.
It's not that easy.
No, you know what? It's easy for me to help that unborn child, but what I don't like is...
There's nobody out there to help you. You think you can say that it's easy, but it's not.
I'm not saying it's
Because
easy.
when I'm out there by myself, I got to do what the hell I got to do to survive. Nobody does nothing for me, and nobody gives care about me, so I got to do what I got to do. You know, ain't nobody care when I needed a place to take a shower. I didn't have no food in my stomach. Nobody offered me nothing.
So let me ask you something. Did we put you up in a hotel last night?
Yeah, you guys did.
Did we feed you?
Yeah.
Did we take care of you?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday you didn't have to worry about taking care of yourself or feeding yourself or anything, right?
No, I didn't.
Did you stop conducting business yesterday, or were you on the phone constantly with potential clients?
Well, yesterday, like 3 days ago, when I first came into the talk show, like talked to the people.
But the point is,
I did.
Here you say you only do it because this is what you have to do. And I understand if you can't read, you can't write, you're behind the 8 ball. I'm going to give you that. You have nobody in your life. But then when something comes into your life, like my show, like my staff, myself, and you have a place to stay, to eat, why are you then 11 days away? I got to ask you, why don't you say, hey, you know what? I know I'm going on the Steve show. Steve's going to help me. I'm turning my phone off. I'm going to give my baby a chance.
I haven't been doing it. I had girls that was working for me. I was like, you know, had girls that were working for me.
So
I was not
you're
doing it.
pimping.
I was running an agency because that's how I got into the game.
Okay, you say you don't want to do this? Then how
Yes.
can you send other young women out to do it?
Because
If your baby's born and somebody says, can I give you $100 to spend 5 minutes with your daughter? What line won't you cross?
I've got a beautiful 23-year-old daughter. She could have had it all. She's homeless and she's a heroin addict.
You can't read or write. This is the only thing you can do, but then you're smart enough to send other women out in the street and make you money.
because I didn't take the money, I would help them because I knew what I was doing, and they would come to me and they would ask me, "This can I?"
Is there any line that you won't cross? What line won't you cross? If your baby's born and somebody says, "Can I give you $100 to spend 5 minutes with your daughter?" Are you gonna?
No.
You won't
I
cross
wouldn't
that
do
line.
that. No. I wouldn't do nothing.
You won't
like,
do that.
No.
Why?
Because I wouldn't try danger my children and stuff like that.
How is anybody supposed to believe that? What's the difference between your daughter now and 12 days from now?
Because
When's the last time you had a client?
it was 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
I just get the money and then that's it.
You just get the money. Here,
And
okay,
I do
thanks. See you later.
I do certain stuff to get around the money. I don't know. It's not always that you're gonna have sex with these guys. So most
bring
of
them
these
to your
guys
house?
want conversation.
Oh,
They're lonely.
yeah, I know. I'm sure there's 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 that wants conversation, but the other 99% want sex. My thing is, how do you even control the situation, Jenny? How do you control it?
How
How do you control a situation when you invite some stranger in and he wants to pay you for
I
being a
always have
prostitute?
somebody in the other room. I'm never doing this
Oh,
by
okay.
myself.
So you have somebody on the room.
Yes,
It's
I
funny
do.
because I'm 6'3" and I was 240 pounds policeman, and I had a gun on my side, and I had handcuffs, and I had a partner. And there was times we couldn't control the situation. We had to fight for our lives. And you're a young woman, pregnant, few days away from giving birth. Exactly how do you, because there's somebody else in another room?
When they come into a situation like that, most of the time they're scared themselves. They are scared.
And then there's guys that come and they want to do the beating and robbing, right?
I can't say that I've been in those shoes. so
Really?
I
In
can't-
3 years,
and
you
that
never
I've
had a
done it.
scary incident?
No, I haven't.
Did you tell my producers that you were almost strangled by a client high on crack?
I don't know where they got that from.
They got it from you, Jenny. Now, are they lying? It's my staff who took you off the street, that brought you here, that fed you, that put you in a safe place last night. Are they lying about you?
No, they're not lying.
Do I really need to say, who are we going to believe here? My staff of young, single,
Yeah.
some mothers, or you, who are going to put this disgusting, vulgar sign, "Come get me, baby, and my baby." So are they lying? You never had a client get a little out of hand? You didn't have a client high on crack who tried to strangle you? You don't remember that?
I only had one incident
And what was that incident?
when he tried to do that.
Okay, so now we're getting to the truth. You had one incident where a guy tried to strangle you. Was that incident enough to say, man, there's some creepy guys out there,
It
some
was.
bad dudes?
And I didn't want to do it, but I
When
had
that
to do it.
crackhead was strangling you, what was going through your mind?
Like, I'll do whatever he wants because I ain't going to resist nobody that got in a situation like that. You cannot resist. You got to do what they say. And
And why do you have to do what they say?
because you get killed if you don't listen
That's
to
my
them.
point. Somebody kills you. Who's going to protect your children?
My mother,
Your mother. The one that you got taken away from?
yeah, because she has changed her life, though.
She changed her life.
Yes, she has. She's been clean for 7 years.
She's been clean?
Yeah,
Well, why can't you turn to her then?
because she don't have money like that. And
You don't need money to take care of your own daughter,
she don't have
to be
like,
there for
her
her, to
and
show
her
you the way.
boyfriend.
If she cleaned up, why can't she show you the way? She's raising your son, right?
She helps me with my son, yeah.
And no plan, right? No plan for this daughter? Do you have a name for your daughter? What's going to be her name?
I'm name her after my mother,
And what's your mom's name?
Lydia.
Okay, well, let's bring your mom out. Lydia.
Okay. I know you.
Jenny, you gotta stop. Because you can't keep on blaming me for what you do. Because I've been clean for 9 years almost. And if you don't stop, Jenny, I'm going to take your daughter away from you. The same way I took away from you. She can't always say it's my mother's fault. It's my mother's fault. You know, she's endangering that baby.
Your
Right now,
granddaughter.
my granddaughter. And honestly, if she don't change, I'm going to raise that little girl with her little brother.
The fact of it is, you were a prostitute.
Yes,
You
I
were
was.
doing drugs
Yeah.
while you had your daughter in her formative years. You now, because of your actions, whether you say, well, it's not my fault, well, yeah, some of it is. Because when you're a parent and you're out prostituting and doing drugs and you have a little girl and she gets taken away from you and you never teach your little girl how to read or write, then you have to bear some of that responsibility. And I don't know if it's my daughter and I did that, if I get to walk away cleanly and say, nah, you know, I used to blame myself. I don't blame myself anymore. In your case, I think you got to bear that responsibility kind of for the rest of your life because of what you did. She sees you doing that. Like I said, your daughter saying I mean,
But
and I don't think she's lying. I don't think you come out on TV and say, I can't read or write unless you can't read or write.
No, she can't. She can't even tell time.
Why aren't you doing something to stop your daughter from prostituting? You know she's out there.
She don't listen to me.
I'm gonna pay you, not the prostitute, and I wanna protect your child, even if you don't want to.
I sell my body to support, myself and my habit. I need help.
You said your daughter can't even tell time. If she doesn't even that basic of a skill, how is she? Really? You know what? I was kind of thinking, I hate when women say I can't do anything else. But according to you, you're right. She can't do anything else. And whose fault is that?
Well, I never went to school either.
So when does it end? When does the cycle end? Does now this child come out? Does this child become a prostitute because it won't know any better?
It's not gonna happen because I've been.
How are you going to say it's not going to happen?
Because
it happened with your child. She still continued to prostitute.
If she keeps
She doesn't know how to read or write.
It's
So
gonna be with me.
who's going to take care of this child?
Me, I take care of her son.
You want a third generation prostitute?
No, I don't.
I mean, that's where we're headed for.
That's why I came here, to change my life, to make a new day.
You know your daughter's prostitute. Have you done anything to take her off the streets?
She don't listen to me. I preach to her. I keep
Well,
preaching
here
to
you
her.
have.
She
You
don't
said you
want
came
to.
out. You have nobody. You got no support.
She don't,
Your mom's
she,
here.
She can't take care of me. She never offered me a place to stay at or nothing.
This is the ad your daughter posts on the internet. This is your daughter posting on the internet saying, "Come get me, baby."
Oh
Do you do? Yeah, it's pretty sickening, right?
Jenny.
Why aren't you doing something to stop your daughter from prostituting? You know she's out there. Somebody's got to protect that child. Somebody has to. And it doesn't sound like you're doing your best. I'm just going to be honest. It doesn't sound like you're doing your best. So you have 11 days before your due date. Your mom told us, our producers, that your monthly bills total $700, right? $700. I'm going to pay you, not the prostitute. All right? I'm going to pay you, not the prostitute, and I want to protect your child. Even if you don't want to, I'm going to give you the $700. Jenny, why are you crying?
Because nobody ever helped. Oh, she
Well,
never helped.
Well, you know what? Well, now you're never going to be able to say that again because I'm helping. That takes care of you for at least a month, takes care of your bills. We're going to give you a gift card so you can buy whatever you need for your baby. So right there, that gives you a start. And now you can say, some man that I really don't know, some stranger, he helped me. He cared about my baby, and he helped me. So you have help, and this is a start for you. But you have to give me a promise. You're going to tell me you're not going to prostitute. You know what? When your baby's born, I don't want you to prostitute, but you're going to promise me until you have that baby, no more clients, no more postings, no nothing.
I promise I'm not going to do that no more.
You promise.
I promise.
You promise on your daughter.
I promise on my daughter.
You need help in changing your life. You need help in a lot of areas.
I know I do.
And we have someone here to help you. And here's another stranger who's going to come into your life, and this is your chance. Honest to God. She had problems. You had problems. Let's stop it right here. Let's not let your daughter ever become what you had to and what she did. I want to bring up Bob Kaz from the Vocational Bridge Academy. Bob, can you tell us how you can help Jenny?
Well, you have a long way to go, but you're not alone. There's a lot of young people in your situation. Most important thing at the association house where I work is education. And we have a Vocational Bridge Academy that can give you a job training, that can work with your math skills one-on-one, your reading skills. You'll learn how to write. Okay? I have some parents or ladies there that are 70 years old. They're learning how to write for the first time. And there's a job coach, a job specialist that's going to be your coach for the next year. Okay? And if you want to earn a high school diploma, we're there for you too. No, it's not too late. No, it's never too late. No, it's not too late.
Is it too late for you to be a role model for your daughter?
What she should? I'm not doing drugs. I'm not prostituting.
Well,
That's
she needs, don't you think,
she needs
wait,
to not
how about
do
answering
it.
the question? She needs to go, this is a
She
great
needs to go
opportunity
to
in her life.
school. She
Go to
does.
school, get a high school diploma. This man just meets you, he says, hey, I'll give you one too, help you out. Wouldn't it be say, hey, I'm going to do it for my daughter, show her I can do it, you can do it. And by you getting a high school diploma, aren't you happy? You're helping your grandson.
Yeah. Just sign me up.
You can sign up? Okay. She said yes.
Now, this man is offering you really a chance at life. But you know what? It's going to kick your ass. It's going to kick your ass going to school, trying to learn. This is going to be your boot camp of life. And it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Because you know what? You can't easily turn back to the easy life, the easy money, and go back to it.
We'll be there to help you, okay? And you're going to be there to help her too.
Yeah.
And your grandchildren are going to say, Mommy and Grandma, you can read. Wow. You'll feel better. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you. This show is going to be, has to be an update show. It's easy for you to sit here on stage and say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. In a month from now, I don't know how long, but I'm calling Bob. I'm going to go there, and I want to see your butt in school, and I'm going to wonder if you're going to be there too. You both say you're up for the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Stand up and let's go. Right out this door.
Started with Oxycontin and then went to cocaine. She was disappearing weeks at a time.
And your daughter goes from the all-American girl to a drug addict. I'm scared as hell right now because you could be my daughter. My guest is Rick. Rick, why don't you tell me why you're here?
Steve, I'm here. I've got a beautiful 23-year-old daughter that if she doesn't change her ways, change her life, she's not going to make it to 24. I'm here trying to save her life today as a dad and trying to get her help that I've been unable to get her for 5 years.
And what is she doing?
She's a heroin addict. She's homeless and she's a heroin addict.
How did you find out your daughter was doing drugs?
Started 5 years ago. I got a call from the local sheriff's department. Said that they had 50 pawn tickets with her name on it. Wanted me to come down and identify some of the stuff. So I agreed to meet them down there, and went down there. I was shocked. It was my stuff, our family stuff, and I had no idea. And I agreed to press charges against my daughter to try and get her help. I testified against my own daughter.
And I got to imagine that's a pretty tough thing to do.
Yeah, it's a very tough thing to do. Very tough thing to do. But I looked at the alternative, and I said, you know, I can't let it just go on. I have to do something. I'm a dad, okay? She's my only daughter. So I went down and testified, and after I had my piece on the stand, she had her piece on the stand, I asked to have a moment with the judge, and I said, look, she's 19. She's never been in trouble in her life. She's a captain of her cheerleading squad, high school. She's been involved in team sports for her whole life. She's not a bad kid. She's got some bad guidance, went down the wrong path. And they said, we're going to give some leniency.
This is your daughter here?
Yeah, that's my daughter. That's her senior picture. That's her senior picture. And so they agreed to put her into a drug program, which is what I wanted, what she needed. And for some reason, that never happened. Not the first time. She was never called in for the first urinalysis. Whether she dropped the ball, they dropped the ball, I don't know. But that was 4 years ago. and it's only gotten worse since then. We've changed the locks on our house 4 times to keep
Because
her.
she keeps coming in and stealing from you?
She's stolen from me, stolen from us, money. And, you know, so, you know, confront. First, she denies it.
I mean, you have
but
a
then-
beautiful daughter.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And, you know, she could have had it all. She had a partial scholarship to college for cheerleading. And because of a boyfriend she had at the time, he said, no, you can't leave state to go do that, or I'm going with you. And so she gave that up. She gave that up for what she thought.
She gave it up for a boyfriend.
Yeah, for her first love, yeah. So she thought, you know, this is it. This is what I guess life's supposed to be about. She moved out when she was 18, you know, moved in with boyfriend number 1, and that was the first year. And so after the first year is when I got the call from the sheriff's department and said she's got these 50 pawn tickets.
Do you know how she started doing heroin?
It
Or
started with
why?
Oxycontin. I was told it started with Oxycontin, okay, and then went to cocaine. And she said that the withdrawals from heroin were less than Oxycontin, so she went down that path. But then she got to the point where she was disappearing, weeks at a time, just dropping off the face of the planet.
What's going through your mind when you don't know where or see your daughter for weeks at a time?
I think the worst. Either she's been incarcerated or she's dead.
You know, Rick, what scares me is because I'm raising a young daughter, and I hear the story, I see a beautiful young lady. Obviously, she has parents that care about her, and then it all just goes kaboom. And your daughter, sounds like pretty much overnight, goes from the all-American girl to a drug addict.
Pretty much, pretty much. I've been crying for help for 4 years. And so I saw one of your shows, and I said, you know, I don't know. I'm going to make a phone call. I never expected to get a call back. But I said, I had to try.
I'm
I
just
had to
curious,
try.
what show did you see?
You had a lady who was a meth head, and she had a 16-year-old daughter who had called the show on the mother, and there was 2 kids living in the hotel room that had no food, and she was some deadbeat boyfriend sitting there on the other side of the bed. God, fit my daughter's scenario so well. All the guys she hung out with had no jobs, you know. But yet she was, you know, she wasn't worthy. Her self-esteem is gone. She's led to believe that that's what she's supposed to do.
So she's out, she's, as you say, heroin addict, doing all these drugs. How is she supporting her habit if she's homeless?
I'm assuming that she's selling her body to do it. I don't know. She's never said that officially, but she has no other job. She has no job. And you know, she's homeless. So it could only be one more shot. It could be bad stuff, could kill her. It could be a shot to the head thrown over the bridge. They never know Jane Doe because she has no home. And you know what? I served my country for 22 years in the United States Army. I've been all around the world. And we had drug and alcohol training. I was an NCO, took care of my soldiers. Always was taught to lead. And I thought that I knew the symptoms. And you know what? My daughter is the best liar in the world. She can look at you in the face right now, and she can tell you it's snowing outside, and you'll believe her. And you know the sun's out. She's that good. And she could be such a positive member of society. She has all the personality. She has all the traits. People call on the phone. She's worked for me off and on. I own a small business. They love her. She just can sell them on the phone. She'll just melt you.
You know, Rick, I got to say, I do a lot of shows, and sometimes I get furious, sometimes I get angry, and listening to your story and just being a father and knowing that my daughter will someday be 18, listening to you, I'm getting physically ill. My stomach is like that right now, knowing that you could do everything right and this could happen. It scares the hell out of me.
Her mom was a stay-at-home mom. We didn't have latchkey kids, okay? Wife stayed at home with her entire school career. Don't know where it went wrong.
As a fellow veteran and as a fellow father, I'm going to do everything I can to help you, Rick. everything.
Thank you.
I sell my body to support, myself and my habit. I've been raped so many times, I'm immune to it.
You haven't seen your daughter in 7 weeks?
7 weeks.
We have your daughter backstage. I'm going to go back. I'm going to talk to your daughter, and then I'll bring her out to you. Okay, Rick?
Great. Thank you.
Jennifer,
Yes,
you're here for help, right?
absolutely.
And before I can give you any help, you owe it to your father to go out and talk to him, be honest with him, and tell him the truth about everything.
Absolutely.
Let's go out and talk to your father.
Okay.
First day of the rest of your life, Jimmy. This is it. Time's now.
Why don't you pull your chair right next to your father?
Well, I know you haven't really known where I've been for the past 7 weeks. Really, for the past 5 years. It's been absolute hell, and I've had to support, myself, and more than anything, my habit. And, it's brought me to the point where I sell my body because of it. I'm at the point, I've been raped so many times, I'm immune to it. I can walk down 14th Street at 4 o'clock in the morning in a miniskirt and not feel scared. I need help.
I don't know. I don't know how you've lived this long. I don't know how you've lived this long.
I don't either. I don't know that I've even wanted to live this long. I'm still here. There's a reason for me to still be here. And hopefully my story can help somebody out there not become me.
Do you ever stop and think what I'm putting my father through, what I'm putting my parents through?
Every day. Every day. And even that, my father's my best friend. He's my rock, he's my world,
Was he a good father to you?
Always.
This story today,
Doesn't make sense.
I'm not lying when I say this. I'm scared as hell right now because you could be my daughter. How the hell did you end up on drugs?
The relationship I was in from 17 to 21 was very mentally abusive, not physically. Physically, best day of my life, put his hands on me, it gave me a reason to leave. So, but the mental part, love is blind. Love is so blind at that age.
I understand. That first time, your dad said you first started with OxyContin. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing it?
To party, to have fun. I was in the rebellious years of mom and dad don't know anything, and the more they tried to warn me and show me exactly what I was putting myself into, I was like, that's not what I'm doing. I love him. I love him. I love, I'm just partying. It's no harm. It is harm. It's almost ruined my life. It's practically killed me. Even though I'm sitting here, I'm dead inside.
I listened to a daughter tell her father that I've been raped so many times it doesn't even bother me anymore.
Breaks my heart. I don't know. I don't know what went wrong, why she couldn't call the authorities, or whether it's the drugs that kept her from calling the authorities. I don't know. I'd call her, say, where are you at? I'm okay.
Is there a moment that it happened, or you say, this is so bad, I can't do it anymore?
Yeah, today. This is the moment. This phone call, this opportunity.
You shot your prostitution ad, Daddy's girl. See, this is really freaking me out. That could be my daughter. I want to help you, and I want to help your father. I want to help your father get his daughter back. You see your father growing up, right? He was a good father. You saw how he treated your mother. How did he treat your mom?
Like gold.
He treated your mother with respect and was a great husband. How did he treat you as a father?
Oh, he's my best friend.
Great
I'm
dad?
Daddy's little girl.
Why would you then allow yourself to be in an abusive relationship with a man when you've seen a man your whole life the way a man is supposed to treat a woman? Why would you let a man mistreat you mentally, verbally, physically? Why would you let a man do that after you've had a role model in your life all these years?
You know, it didn't...
Don't talk to me. I want you to tell these young girls that are watching. You talk to them like they're
You
sitting
look
right
at
here.
those red flags. You see all of those, all of those. You can't be friends with so-and-so. You can't wear this out. You know, you can't go here. Those are all flags. Those are controlling. You know, it didn't start out this way. It didn't start out with him, you know, telling me I was a crap or telling me that, you know, I wasn't worth being loved or trusted. It didn't start out that way. But it ended up that way, and towards the end it had me, he could knock over a glass of water and within 30 seconds have me 100% believe it was my fault. So don't do that to yourself. Leave him. Your family is always there for you. Look at what my father's doing to be there for me. Listen to them. They know what they're talking about. Get out of it.
Can you be that person again?
I don't know that I'll ever be that person again, but I know I don't want to be this person.
You're right. You probably never can be that person again. We shot your prostitution ad. This is even hard for me to read. 5'5", 120 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. Daddy's girl. Woman for man. Daddy's girl. See, this is really freaking me out. This is really just, that could be me, and that could be my daughter. That could be any of us, any father in here with the daughter. It's frightening. It's unbelievably scary.
I'm so angry at myself for everything I've put my dad through, my family through,
And look,
put myself through.
And look, he's still here. Everything that you put him through, your dad is still here.
Very
I mean,
lucky.
I don't see great anymore, but I'm standing over here, and I can see you got track marks all over yourself.
Yeah,
You want to change your life.
absolutely.
You want to be a better daughter for your father.
Do anything.
Do you promise to leave this show and go straight into rehab?
Absolutely.
Rick, you saw the show
I did.
that gave you saw the mom that was on meth.
Right.
Well, the same place where we got her cleaned up, A Better Tomorrow, we'd like to send your daughter, take her right from the stage, send her to A Better Tomorrow, and get her the help that mom, she got help, and she's still clean. And this is something, again, this story, we have to update it. We have to see what happened to Jennifer and see if you get to this program. Are you ready for that challenge?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you want to say anything to your daughter?
Yeah, this is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the opportunity we've been trying to get. I've made so many calls. Haven't been able to do it. You know, having you out there and not know where you're at breaks my heart. Breaks everybody's heart. But you know what? You have to want it. You have to want it, because it doesn't matter what I think. You have to want it. You have to want to change, and you have to want to do this for Jennifer. You know, you deserve better than what you're treating yourself. You're a beautiful, vibrant girl. You know, you have a lot to offer, and you deserve to be treated a hell of a lot better than what you've been treated. But you know what? You're the one that set the standards. So now you got to change the standards.
Well, this is the first step to saving your life.
Thank
First
you.
step is saving your life. Let's go to rehab. Let's go, Fred.
Thank you.